All right, we're back. Circling Back podcast coming to you live from Austin, Texas. My name's Will DeFreeze. My left, David. That boy, Ross.
Hi, Will.
Hi.
Man, you kind of caught me at a weird time. I'm bookmarking some stuff to read later, perusing the Daily Star as I often do. And I got a full afternoon of reading. Where will I begin? Maybe female boxer breaks down in tears in ring after taking 278 punches during fight. It's a lot of punches to take.
Oh my gosh.
Or maybe this might hit a little close to home. Balding bloke cries like a baby after a life-changing hair transformation. So,
Will you forward that to the whole squad, please?
I could see how that would make a bloke quite emotional.
well, hopefully this bloke is utilizing a sponsor of this show today that we'll get to at a time down the road here.
It's kind of like the colorblind glasses when someone puts those on for the first time and they just break down.
Or when, who's the guy, Dr. Beast or whatever, like buys you your eyesight. What happened, Randy?
Mr. Beast.
Yeah, Mr. Beast.
Mr. Beast, yeah. He's a generous fella.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like he's has some haters, and I don't really know why. Randy?
Because you can't do anything on the internet without someone hating it.
Facts.
I saw there was a headline about this guy like curing blindness for like 1,000 people, and the headline it said disability, and I saw people hating on it because you probably shouldn't call that a disability. That's insensitive. Like, I think you're missing the point here.
Yeah.
Like,
No, dude, Barrett and I logged in. Like, I was pretty offline in terms of checking my notifications while I was in Michigan, and I logged into the Retail Therapy Instagram the other day and saw that we had a clip that might have caught a jet stream somewhere. And what I soon found out was that apparently Barrett and I are not allowed to talk about girl dinners.
oh, because you're not a girl.
Yeah, it was like, oh, wow, mansplaining girl dinners. And I'm like, well, we're not mansplaining. We're just reading the description from the New York Times so that people watching the clip know what we're talking about. Like, we're just, you'd probably like us if you met us in person.
I've got to say, if there's two people in the podcast world two guys who are capable of describing or talking about girl dinners, it's probably you and Barrett.
Yeah, that's
I wanted
fair.
to tell these girls, like, dude, we're liberal cucks. Like,
It's
don't
not
worry
me.
about us. Like,
It's
there's
not-
a lot of other Instagrams that you can go complain to.
Dave's been talking a lot about going woke and like something about being broke too. I don't know. He's been really, since you've been gone, he's kind of turned a little bit on us.
All right,
Dude.
Kelly Clarkson.
I'm trying to go bloke.
Same.
Dylan Shivery, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey man, it's good to get the band back together. It's always nice when one of us is gone for a while and then we finally, reunite. I feel like things just cook a little bit better. It's like getting your franchise left tackle back from injury.
Well, it's a good thing.
You said you're the
It's a
left
good thing to
tackle.
get like out there and
Franchise left tackle.
kind of
that's-
reset.
It's like one of the most valuable positions on the team, David.
Yeah, they call me Jake
Like,
Long.
he's been out with a high ankle sprain for like 3 or 4 weeks. You get him back. Suddenly the running game opens up. I'm just saying.
Dylan, can I interest you in the That's So Raven child star who's now unrecognizable after a sad demise, neck tattoos, and arrests?
Yeah, I'm interested.
All right, we'll talk later.
Okay. Anyway, that was a compliment to Will, who's back, and I feel like content's going to be cooking again. Not that it wasn't, just extra cooking.
Dude, are you digging yourself in a hole right now?
Yeah, what are you
No,
doing?
I think I'm doing great.
It sounds like he's digging himself into a hole.
I kind of
Nah,
felt like
fam.
we had about like 2 months worth of momentum, and now we're just kind of
No, I think we're
like trying to jump a dock worker.
I feel like
Now
I'm,
we're just getting our shit kicked.
feel like I'm 3 for 4 from the field right now. I'm putting them up.
He's doing sports analogies.
3 for 4.
Yeah. 1 turnover, but it's okay. Won't happen again.
I mean, 3 for 4 is like fine.
Are you kidding? That's a Hall of Fame percentage. Dave, tell him. He
What
doesn't.
sport
He
were
didn't
you
know
talking about?
He didn't know basketball.
3 for 4.
Yeah.
I just feel like you're not putting
Yep.
enough shots to go in the hall.
The game just started. The game just
My thought
started.
process too.
What are we talking about?
Like, yeah, dude, do you hear about this guy? Oh, dude, we should vote Dylan Shivery into the Hall of Fame. He shoots 75% from the field.
We're still in the first quarter.
It's like he only has 4 total career attempts.
No, this is just a 1-game analogy.
You played one game and just balled out, and you're like, you know what? I'm gonna call it.
We were 4 minutes into the episode when I shared that.
That's true.
Anyway,
How's Dylan feeling today? I wasn't expecting you to go button-down collared shirt on a casual Monday.
I don't know how I'm doing. Like I'm okay now. It started off a little rough. It's never fun when you get 15 minutes away from home to the office and you realize that, oh shit, I left my laptop. So you got to bust a bitch on Mopac, go pick it up. It was a 30-minute mistake. And I'm here now. It was a tough start, but we're doing much better.
You
You
could have
okay?
just ditched the laptop and like gone home at lunch or something and just like gotten through it today.
I would have been off my game the entire day. It's better bite the bullet and just get it over with.
You have a cellular device.
I forgot
but
my coffee.
I want to do stuff on here.
I got into my car this morning and
It's
realized
more
that my
like-
coffee was up in our place. Not ideal.
I'm sorry, man.
It's okay, man.
Your bong didn't bing?
I ended up going up and getting it, but like the elevator, somebody was clearly using it to like put some stuff in there and do some moving. And so I waited for the elevator for about 5 minutes before I had to abandon ship and just walk up the stairs, which I don't know if you guys have been outside lately down here. Crazy hot.
I don't go outside anymore.
Crazy hot.
It's oppressive.
I had all the shades down at our place this morning, like had the AC going, and I was like, I'm just hunkered down for this heat.
This is supposed to be an even hotter week than last week.
Can you read me what is atop my phone, Dave, on my alerts right now?
Yeah, you've got the severe weather,
Yeah.
which,
Mm-hmm.
traditionally it's like, maybe some hail, some big wind headed our way. No, it's just the unrelenting heat. Starting to get some grass fires popping off. Just don't like that.
No
People were
cloud
saying
cover, too.
saying there was some severe weather in northern Michigan while I was there. Because I was putting out some unrelenting heat on the Grom.
He's talking about the drip. He's saying flood.
Okay. I think you're just talking about the heat. It looked like it was pretty pleasant up there, actually.
I don't really know what I'm talking about, to be
Yeah.
honest. I'm trying to get my reps in. This is my first bullpen session in a while. I got blown up, sent down to the minors for a little bit, had to reset,
We're doing sports
had
references.
to clear the
all-
mechanism.
Yeah.
I'm just painting corners now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
Too much dip. We're going to record that later.
Who's
It's-
that-
It's just like this, but with KJ.
What's the
Instead of
meme of that basketball player who played like 24 minutes and didn't record a single statistic?
Will. Yeah.
Club Zero or
Yeah.
Club Trillion.
He had a tough go.
I feel like that's you right now.
Me?
Yeah. Just kidding.
Wasn't that Club
Yeah.
Trillion's whole thing?
That
Like you
was
play
weird.
1 minute and then you don't do anything on the court.
No, this dude played a lot of minutes and
Oh.
just, didn't touch the ball.
Love it.
Yeah, he pops up every now and then, and I'm sure he loves being
Dude,
reminded of the
Yeah,
worst
but are
day
there
of his
stats
life.
about spacing out the court and stuff like that? Like making sure that the offense is spread out?
How would
What
you-
you're talking about is intangibles.
How would
Like
you
do they
record
have
that?
do they have stats on how many picks he set for pick and rolls? Like I
Yeah.
just
What was his glue guy number? Was
Yeah.
that high?
yeah. How many let's go did he have?
Did he communicate well on the floor?
How many times did he run down the floor after missing a shot and saying that's on me?
The good question. I don't know.
Did he
I don't
inbound
know.
it all? Like there's certain things you just can't. How many wet bounce passes
That's-
did he have?
Good point, man. I don't know.
Ah, here it is. Tony Snell.
Shout out to the team, man.
28 minutes. 0 points, 0 rebounds, 0 assists, 0 blocks, 0 steals.
That's not bad. That's not-
We need to make sure that February 24th is Tony Snell Day across Wash Media
Yeah.
properties. Everyone celebrates that performance from him.
Man, that is tough.
Put your zeros up
Mhm.
for the team, man.
I'm putting my 0 up.
Oh yeah, there it is. There's mine.
Big day tomorrow. Touching Base, a conspiracy podcast. I have not chosen mine yet, as I just got back from being out of town. So I'm excited to go through this afternoon and figure out what I'm doing. If anyone has any good ones for your boy, don't hesitate to DM me.
Don't send them all to Will. Send them to me too.
I have a good list going, but I like to get really into them. Like I don't like to just mail it in and just do any random conspiracy. I like to get invested. And if you're a fan of our Patreon, or if you're just a fan of content in general, just make sure you're listening to Exactly 5 Minutes on Tuesdays, Touching Base on Tuesdays, listener voicemails on Thursdays. Just go over and make it happen. Patreon.com/circlingbackpodcast. We still got some out of office hats available at washmedia.shop.
30, around 30 left.
Hold one up for the people at home,
Okay.
Dylan. Show them on cam.
There are about 30 left. They're going fast, folks.
That dirty 30, baby.
Yeah.
Dylan might sign a random one. How devastated would someone be if they were just a random washed follower
I get
that
it.
didn't even know what circling back was, and they ordered a hat and it was autographed by Dylan?
You get an email. Can I return this?
Yeah.
I don't know who this
Someone
idiot is.
someone wrote this on here.
Some people
you
do
know-
drop-ins. We just write on our merch.
That's fair.
And as always, leave a 5-star review for Will's 5-star review of the week that drops every single Wednesday. It's the most viral segment ever. And without further ado, it's time to recap this weekend in fun. This week, presented by our friends over at Rowback. If you use Backer20, you can get 20% off anything on the Rowback site. Who knows? Maybe there might be a custom product in the pipeline at some point.
What do you mean? What does that mean?
it means that they make custom products sometimes, and there might be one that has to do with something that we have to do with.
People are getting wind of this, and they're reaching out. They're like, dude, what the fuck?
I may have gotten my eye on this particular product. I think you guys have as well.
Have you guys acquired said product, or am I the only one with said product?
No.
Fire.
I've got
Okay.
one in my back.
We all
Just
right
making
now.
sure. Just
The
making
whole
sure.
squad has one.
Okay. I wasn't around for the doling out of that.
Took
But
care
if-
of the boys.
Next
you're
round
trying
of
to-
golf we all play, man. It's gonna be like we got to draw straws on who's gonna get to wear it.
gonna
I'm
be
proud to
unbelievable.
I'll
say
give it to Will.
when I went up to Harbor, the only golf shirts I brought were Rowback.
Wow. What else do you need?
Nothing.
They have fantastic joggers. Their hoodies are so comfortable, and they're like that workout stretchy material too. They're fantastic. We love.
Dave's
their
wearing a
stuff.
Rowback hat right now. It's
Yes.
that flat brim,
So
John.
comfortable.
They're holding down about 20% of my closet space. Rowback. And it may be more than that. It could be 25%.
How much is the keg holding down in there?
Oh man, there's pizza all over the floor.
So there was
Backer?
pizza on the floor of a car that we were driving, the rental car that we had the other day. Someone just had some pizza that they had left on the floor.
In the box or out of the box?
And I dropped was it left over from the night before?
That's great.
And no one laughed. And I was like, man, I wish I was in the stew right now.
You
for
need
this
new
one.
friends. I'm
Backer
disappointed in
20.
Brady.
Backer 20 gets you 20% off at checkout. One-time use code, so load the cart.
What'd you get into this weekend, Dylan?
Ooh, thank you, Will. Not really a ton. I'm trying to think about my weekend. I kind of forgot what I did.
Oh.
You should have done this before we started the
Yeah,
segment.
good thing we only do this
Oh,
every
no,
Monday.
we went
Let
out-
us handle the
I
ad
went
read
out
next
Friday.
time. Oh, okay.
Was that Friday? Yeah, Friday I went and got dinner with my friend David that's sitting next to you and our other friend Kayla. We went to Matt's Del Rancho, had a fantastic time. Drank a couple of knockout martinis, Will. 'Cause
Remember
That's a
when-
lot.
Do you remember when you sat in the tiny chair and you made Kayla trade with you?
She made me trade with her because she felt too tall. For some reason, the chair I sat in was shorter than the other ones.
I heard.
It was a
I
tiny
heard.
chair.
Dave gave me a rundown before you got into the office
Yeah.
today.
How is that something you share with Will first time you see him in a week and a half?
We were just dumping on you for
For
looking
forgetting my
tiny on
laptop?
podcasts.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Mhm.
someone commented that Brett looked big next to you again.
Thanks for sharing that, Randy.
Yeah,
That's-
and
that's
I was like,
nice.
he looked really tiny in that chair, and it was hilariously small. I don't understand why they have that.
Yeah, and then we went to a bar afterward to get exactly one more drink. My phone decided to commit suicide temporarily. I brought it back to life the next day, so I was without a phone for a while. That was fun.
No phone, just vibes.
Had to go to
Living
the
the
Apple
moment.
Store on Saturday morning.
Yeah, that was a tough scene.
It was. Saturday, family came in town, hung out with sister, brother-in-law, my two nieces. We had a great time. And then Sunday, I drove out to the ranch, took Parks to go see his grandmother, and spent the day out there. And came back. Nice little weekend.
How many 8-ounce Coronas did you drink?
I didn't drink any 8-ounce Coronas.
Come on, dude.
it
It's
was
only
just-
8 ounces.
I was there for 3 hours. It was just a little day trip. I didn't get twisted or anything.
Well, I mean, it's only 8 ounces. You can't really get twisted off. Like,
That's fair.
you could have 4 Coronitas and be fine to drive home.
I
They're
was
so
getting a little-
cute.
I was getting a little tired on the way back. So one 8-ounce beer is going to make me more tired. I just didn't do it. That concludes my weekend and fun, David. How about you?
If you have exactly one beer and it's 8 ounces, are you allowed to have like 2 total, or like how does that work?
It's a great question.
Dave's got our shirt on.
I know.
Randy already mentioned that.
Mhm. You missed a lot earlier when you
Even-
were getting your laptop.
I even got Randy dumping on me for this shirt. It's a great shirt. Shout out Edith's. Good spot in Cabo if you want to.
No, you taught
off
me
the
one
resort.
thing about buying or going out to group dinners on vacation.
Can I
It's
wear it
that
Friday?
if they have a commemorative T-shirt that you can
gotta
buy,
get it.
you don't buy it separately. You put it on the tab and hope that no one realizes.
Well, I thought he was going to bring it to me, and then I was like, the language barrier, and I was like, fuck it. I'll just make everybody else pay for it. Anyway, had a great weekend. Yeah, we went to Matt's. We'll get to this in a minute, but I did officially try poncho style nachos.
Oh, that's right. Big news here.
which they were good. I do have a question. Does poncho style just mean beans are on the chips?
It's black beans and guac.
Okay. Because I feel
Refried.
like that's like normal nachos at most places.
Well, not at Matt's. That's why you got to go poncho style.
Why does Match
Hold on.
kind of skimp a little bit?
Can we go back up a bit? Can we put this thing in reverse? You completely glossed over that you were raving about the nachos at dinner, and don't bullshit the people, Dave, because they know
I said they were good.
that's not enough.
They were good. I think the onions, you don't really need the onion.
That's why I go no onion, David.
It's
Give me all that.
no, they're not like chopped up. It's
No,
like
I know. They rings.
yeah, they just but they're not fried. They might want to look into that.
Why don't you just
they
ask
were
for,
good. They were
like,
good.
grilled onions on top instead of the normal Jaws?
Whole squad got nachos at that dinner. by
That's
the
a
way.
weird ass fucking order for 3 people.
Yeah,
like I don't like 100% nacho participation.
It's and it's also the half order, which is plenty for an adult.
Do you know why the half order is better than the full order?
I mean, yeah.
Full order, okay, it's a lot more chips, but they just kind of drop
See,
the
that's
fixins on top.
I don't
the
like
half
that.
order. They dress up each chip individually.
You get chips that have less ingredients on them.
It's a menu hack.
And it's
I'm
like,
telling you.
I just ate chips. Remember how I filled up on your chips and salsa?
So y'all are welcome for that.
I don't need
information.
excess chips. But yeah, if you go to Matt's and you want nachos and you want some good nachos, order them Poncho style. They're good.
I'm good. I've got several good orders there.
The waitress knew what Poncho style was, so shout out to her.
Mhm.
Batting about 300 on that thus far, but still good. Went on Friday night. I've gotten into a show at Barrett's recommendation. Barrett was talking about, we had Barrett fill in last Monday, I believe. He was looking for shows to do for his show, OCC. And we're talking about TV, Hijack, Idris Elba.
I'm so glad you said this.
And I'm about halfway through it, and I'm loving it.
The Michigan boys
Okay?
have all been watching Hijack, and I am so excited to start Hijack.
Dude.
I have to finish the finale of The Bear, and I have to finish the finale of Love Island. And once those are done, I got news for you guys. It's jacking
It's
time.
time to jack, baby.
Can you give me a 10-second rundown of what the hell the show's about?
There's a dude named Jack, and he sits on a bench, and everyone walks by, and it's like, "Yo, dude, hi."
I feel like that's not what it's about.
It's about. I'll just give you the real answer. There's so many jokes we could do, but it's about a hijacking.
It's about where you hit your weed pen when your wife's out of town, and you get on the couch, and you think, "Oh,
I regret asking you guys about the show that you guys are telling me about.
It's
You're
like
really making me want to watch it.
it's basically the Mile High Club, but with your right hand that you've been sitting on for half the flight.
Okay. Oh, that sounds interesting. I can't wait
Yeah.
to watch that.
You know, because like most flights are at like 50K, 50,000 feet. That's like most of them are fly at.
no, I like 35.
Oh, okay.
it's like when you get a flat tire like on this highway, and you get the jack out, and you start doing it like a bunch, and then like suddenly your car's like above your head, and you're like, "Oh, I did that too high."
You ever have a buddy with a floor jack? You ever had an
That's-
issue and you can just bust that out?
That's so aggressive.
It's so aggressive, but it's so much nicer than having the little dinky one that's in your trunk. You got to get that floor jack. We've all been there.
I've never done a floor jack. I usually use a bed.
This is more jacking off humor. Brought to you by the Circling Back podcast. It's about Idris Elba, and he's on a plane that gets hijacked.
Okay. Thank you, David.
Which I mean,
He said it's about Idris Elba. I feel like it's not about the actor.
he's the main character.
Right.
So,
Okay.
But you're saying he's not playing himself?
no, he plays Sam Nelson. Saturday was a combat sports day / night. I did stream. Not going to say where or if I paid for it. The Jake Paul Nate Diaz fight. I will give a full review on Too Much Dip later this afternoon. But yeah, I'm not completely proud of myself, but
I get it, dude. I didn't know what was going on.
Yeah, I don't know.
Did Nate Diaz just not care?
I
If
mean,
he won
that's
or
kinda
lost, was he just getting the bag?
He didn't
Kind of
train.
his thing.
Like, he just looked like he didn't care.
Look like shit.
I
No
don't.
offense.
He's he is not as good of a boxer as Jake Paul, which is kind of crazy to say, but really weird. But he survived and got the bag, and maybe they're going to run it back in the octagon. Who knows? I think that's the plan. Yesterday, didn't do much, man. I had a pretty boring weekend. Now that I'm really thinking it through, I was mainly looking through my friends. Half of my friends are in Michigan, and half of my friends are in Colorado right now. So I was pretty much living vicariously through them. Pretty dope. I'll let Will talk.
Your trip looks sick.
Yeah, I
Will.
was in Michigan for the last 10 days. Saw some old friends. Saw my parents. Allowed Fritz to swim for the first time in Lake Michigan.
Ooh,
Played
that's
a tiny little amount of golf. I do have my stats up here if you'd like to hear my stats. You're not familiar with how this all works.
I'll just
but
check the gin out.
yeah, dude. I'm sure you'll be in there. Obviously, I played the Heather course at Boyne Highlands of the Boyne Resort family. Shot a 92. I didn't totally have my game on the back nine there, but I'm striking the ball okay.
Jesus Christ, it's Jason Boyne.
There you go. Hit up Harbor Point Golf Course, my hometown course growing up. Just did laps on that as a kid. And honestly, just didn't play well. Had a really bad hangover during that. Had a little bit of shakiness on the putts of the first probably 4 holes before I got some more drinks in me.
Did you play the course that we played on the simulator?
No, I could have.
Okay.
But I didn't have time.
Can't wait for that video.
I actually had a tee time there, and I decided to switch it to a closer course.
When we eventually go to Northern Michigan, visit up there, I'm going to play that course, and I have to have my redemption on that par 3.
I get it.
Yeah, you really beefed it.
I did.
They call you the funnel.
I found the funnel. It was my 10 cup moment. Not really.
I'm in on zany ties. I'm wacky tie guy now.
Okay.
I went through my dad's closet. I knew I needed to dress up to go to this hotel. It's the Grand Hotel on Mackinac Island. I'd never stayed there before, and I thought, you know what? I'm 36 years old. It's one of the most famous hotels in Michigan. I should probably do one single night there with my wife. Treated it as a baby moon. Went with another friend of ours who also has a pregnant wife, and so we just did a little baby moon action. So I went up to my dad's closet. I thought, you know what? I'm going to get a zany tie. So I got a little tie with some martinis on it. Had a shaker on it. Had some olives on it. A couple twists on it. So I'm just zany tie guy now.
That's sick, man.
I'm going to need to know how and why your father has a Tiffany ball marker.
Because he's got that drip.
Are fat ties back in?
I don't know.
Or are you trying to make them back in?
I'm fine with it.
Yeah. It's kind of swag.
Well, like the hotel's so colorful that I was like, a colorful tie is kind of works here, and so I didn't worry too much about it. Yeah, so I'm repurposing my dad's old golf bag. I want to be crystal clear about something. My dad has never truly cared about playing golf. Like he is just not into it. He doesn't watch it on television unless my mom is. And growing up, I played much more with my mother than my father. But my dad has a nice plaid golf bag that I decided that I'm going to repurpose into my vacation golf bag. When we had our good friend #Chad working at Callaway, we got several shipments of golf clubs. It was a great time in my life.
It's a good move.
I wish he would leave Dude Perfect and go back there.
I agree. It benefited us way more when he was working there. And so I was going through the bag. At my mom's recommendation, I decided to shake the bag out by slamming it on the ground. And a petrified mouse came out of it, which shows you how long it's been since my dad has.
Let's fucking go.
It was disgusting. And yeah, so I decided to go through my dad's bag and clear out some of the old stuff. I know I honed in on the red glove. The red glove is a move I've never seen before.
Did you not see my response on Twitter?
No, I did. I'm getting there.
Okay.
I don't know why the red glove for me was more ridiculous than the Tiffany ball marker. I think because I assumed that the Tiffany ball marker was a gift and he just never even did anything with it. I do have news.
Mm-hmm.
It's now my Tiffany ball marker.
That's so extra. I love it.
That thing's sick.
And so, yeah.
It's giving wealth.
I need to get a few more clubs, a few more sticks in the bag before I have a full vacation bag, but I'll get there.
Is he a persimmon guy?
So this bag, I don't think this bag had been touched outside of moving it from garage to garage. I don't think it's been touched since the late 90s.
It looks like a bag that would have a second generation Callaway Big Bertha.
Yes, it did.
Okay.
It did.
There we go.
Great call, Dave. Great call.
Because that's what you had to do. If you were a dad in the early 90s trying to get into golf, you had to have a Big Bertha.
Yeah. And I'm glad I went through it. It's kind of fun. And it's kind of nice knowing I never have to travel up to Harbor Springs with a travel bag anymore. It's kind of a bitch. And I'll be honest, I think my clubs up there might be just as nice as the clubs I have down here at this point.
That's a nice play. If you can do that, you can pull something like that off, not to travel with them.
Every single time I went up there, my mom would complain to me being like, can we get rid of these golf clubs in the garage? Like, I'm so sick of these. And I was like, you know what? We can do it this time. Let's make this happen. Kid number 2 on the way. We're going to have too much shit to bring up next time we go up there. I don't think I'm going to go up there till next summer. So like, I'm not traveling with the bag.
Facts.
How was your flying experience?
Totally fine.
A lot of people have been having problems.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. I've been preaching. The Sunday Scaries podcast has been around now for about, 5 years, maybe 6 years. And I've been preaching one single thing the entire time. Take the early flight. Fewer delays. you get to get home at a reasonable hour to have a full day, maybe just to sleep in your bed. There are just so many reasons to take the early flight. And I did that both times, there and back. Never had any delays, never had any issues.
Yeah, and as we learned, I mean, with Brett, today is going to be a full pull remote day for him. His girlfriend has to be online, and he'd rather be online than dark.
What does that mean?
I don't know what that text means.
Don't text the entire company, the entire full-time crew at the company. Don't text them that you're going to be online because your girlfriend's online.
Yeah, what does that mean?
We spent like 10 minutes this morning trying to decipher there's more to that text, but like what all he was trying to say.
I think Brett was airport drunk.
He was flustered.
Only thing I know is we won't see him today.
Yeah. I think Brett
got
was
from
airport drunk and he just started firing off texts last night.
Put differently, I'm working remote tomorrow.
Mhm.
Yeah.
No, full pull. I've never heard
full pull remote day. Is it a pull-pin reference?
He's got weird sayings for shit. I don't know, man. Full pull remote
Nah,
day.
he's playing scared today. I told you guys earlier. I sent him an email and he responded back immediately with an exclamation point, which I've truly never seen him do before.
He's gonna like send us emails that like aren't even important, just to let us know that he's dialed.
Interesting read.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Like, I don't care.
Imagine how much his leg's bouncing.
Oh yeah.
Oh God.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Brett.
Nah. Fritz absolutely vibed out to Frozen on the back of the Delta headrest yesterday. So we were in a good place.
You had a good positive Delta experience.
I have never had anything but positive Delta experiences. I'll say that.
You hear that a lot.
I heard someone the other day tell me that they don't like Delta, and I was just confused. But I'm not in the mood to argue about airlines anymore.
Yeah.
Where American's the worst, Delta's the best. Everything else in between, I can argue either way.
American. Ugh.
Catch me paying like $300 for my checked bags on Spirit or whatever.
I'm not above flying Spirit.
I love that little secret terminal. It's not really a secret, but nobody knows about it.
Some people know.
Hundreds
about
of people know about it.
Yeah.
Maybe
But
thousands.
Don't talk about it. That's my conspiracy for tomorrow. Talk about the second terminal of Austin's airport.
Oh. Illuminati.
Let's hear from our friends over at Nutrafol. You don't have to choose between better hair growth and your health. There's a holistic solution for men that promotes both healthier hair and a whole body wellness. Get ahead of thinning hair with Nutrafol's whole body approach to hair growth. No drugs, no compromises. When Dylan saw what his hair looked like after this, he broke down crying.
That's true.
He's a sad bloke.
Here's a true story. I had to store a bunch of my stuff. It's in storage, public storage. My Nutrafol's packed up in there, so I had to
No, get it out.
to get me through the next month. I bought a new bottle.
Yeah, so
which is okay.
You guys have heard me bitch like a couple years ago about having like a scalp issue.
I remember that. Yeah,
It's
it was
back.
tough.
It's back. And
Oh no.
as I've been going through the scalp issue, I don't think I'm like losing hair at a rapid clip, but I can definitely tell that certain areas are thinning where that hair issue is happening. It's Nutrafol for me.
Mm-hmm.
It's giving hair growth.
Mm-hmm.
It's the #1 dermatologist recommended hair growth supplement, clinically shown to improve your hair growth, thickness, and visible scalp coverage. It's that visible scalp coverage that I'm really concerned about right now. But Nutrafol's hair growth nutraceuticals go beyond genetics to multi-target the root causes of thinning, including stress, hormones, nutrition, metabolism, aging, and lifestyle through whole body health. Physician formulated using natural medical grade ingredients, Nutrafol's drug-free patented technology provides consistent and reliable results without compromising your sexual health. I mean, the whole squad does not want to compromise that.
No,
Hey.
you look at us. Yeah,
I would be on Nutrafol if it wasn't a sponsor.
You know,
I would use my hard-earned money. I get it free, thank God, because I take it every day.
I just spent my hard-earned money on it.
Why didn't you just go to your storage unit?
Because I don't even know which box it's in, and it's a whole situation.
Probably really hot in there too.
It's actually climate controlled. Not
Oh,
to brag.
wow. What's the
Not
damage
to
on
brag.
that? What's the damage on that?
I'd argue that not only does Nutrafol not affect your sexual health, it might even improve it.
Do you have any room in your climate-controlled storage facility?
I'll tell you what.
Yeah,
that thing,
I'd like to have a garage again.
that thing is packed to the absolute brim.
Okay,
There's-
so if I hypothetically am cleaning out like a room in my house and need to put something somewhere, like I can't like rent some space for you for like $10 a month.
sounds like you need some climate controlled storage space.
In a clinical study, men showed progressive improvement in hair growth and thickness after 3 and 6 months. And Nutrafol is also trusted and recommended by over 3,000 top doctors. You guys want to know where you can go to get a discount on this stuff?
Mm-hmm.
You too can grow thicker, healthier hair and support our show by going to Nutrafol.com, entering promo code CIRCLING to save $10 off your first month subscription. This offer is only available to U.S. customers for a limited time, plus free shipping on every order. Get $10 off at Nutrafol.com, spelled Nutrafol.com, promo code CIRCLING. It's Liv Moss.
Randy, I lied to you about the placement of said image. I apologize.
You idiot.
Yeah, so I think Brett posted this on Washed as a meme. Or maybe it was on Too Much Dip last week. Brett was helpful there. But there's a picture going around of a Crunchwrap. And the reason it's going around is because Taco Bell have found themselves on the wrong side of a false advertising lawsuit filed in the Eastern District of New York, alleging that the fast food chain materially overstates the amount of beef in its ads. And if you're going to go by the photo, kind of get it.
Yeah, I'm gonna need to see more evidence than just one photo, but this looks bad.
When's the last time you ordered a Crunchwrap?
I can honestly say I've never once in my life ordered a Crunchwrap.
Will, you're a Crunchwrap guy.
Mind if I do a free ad right now?
Please.
There's a place in northern Michigan called Happy's Tacos. They have 2 locations. They do a homemade Crunchwrap Supreme. By homemade, I just mean in the taco truck. Like they do their own version of it. It's incredible.
There's a trailer right here next to Bolden Acres who has one. Actually, I've had it.
Yeah, like I understand the hype. I never get a Crunchwrap Supreme from Taco Bell, as I think there are several things in their menu that are better than them. But I also haven't had Taco Bell in a minute. I would do that for lunch today.
The practice of misleading your customers with pictures of, really full burgers and whatnot, it's been going on for a very long time. And it's just kind of been accepted that you're not going to get what the picture is portraying, right? I'm glad that someone's finally pushing back on this.
You got to hold truth to power.
This practice it's got to be stopped.
It's trash. And it made me think, like, what other fast food joints get away with this?
All of them.
I think the most egregious offender, there's 2 in my book.
McDonald's is bad.
I was going to say Wendy's.
Okay.
Wendy's won for the burger.
I'm talking about the McDonald's burger, like the Big Mac, the picture of a Big Mac. It's like stacked high. You got lettuce sticking out, big, thick tomato slices.
The Big Mac does look like shit in real life compared to the photos, for sure. Arby's as well. You guys
dude, Arby's might be number 1.
Like you get some of their roast beef that's like, you wonder what you're eating.
The way that their roast beef looks in the commercials versus what the sandwich looks like, it looks like someone's accidentally sat on your sandwich every time you get it.
Oops.
Yeah.
Tastes good.
It does. You load it down with enough.
Does it? Yeah.
You go silly on them with the horsey Arby's sauce combo.
Right.
It's a game changer.
I called that the Harby sauce.
This is
which is actually what our good friend. What?
You know who could probably be
Harb's
accused
getting
of?
too much love on this show.
No, dude. I told Sally the other day,
There
I was
we
like, we
go.
gotta start hanging out with Harbs more. He makes me feel like more of a man.
That's what, dude.
That's not so bad. Like
The
that's
Big
not
Mac
great.
sucks. Can we just all
Sorry,
come to terms with the Big
I like
Mac?
Big Macs.
Randy just pulled up a picture of McDonald's Big Mac advertisement versus actual burger, and there's a noticeable difference. But
That patty looks way more stout. That almost looks like the quarter pounder patty, but it's
Yeah.
not.
I like mine with lettuce and tomato, Heinz 57, and French fried potatoes.
okay. By the way,
Don't just okay that.
a double meat cheeseburger does not need that middle slice of bread. I'm sorry, that's
That's what makes it a Big Mac, though.
I know, but
Otherwise,
you
just
don't
go get
need
it.
it.
Yeah, but just go get a double quarter pounder with cheese, dude.
That's what your boy does. Will.
Dylan, it's a carb play.
You're going DQPC instead of Big Mac?
Yeah, I am.
When's the last time you pulled up to Dairy Queen and got a belt buster?
I'm probably on a road trip 17 years ago because I was desperate for something.
Shoot me straight right now. When's the last time you pulled up to DQ and got your hunger busted?
You know that's the stop sign at Texas, Will.
That's why I'm asking you. Have you had your hunger busted recently by DQ?
No, I have not, David.
You haven't taken Parks to get a blizzard and they did the
Mm.
flipped it upside down? Like, look how crazy this is.
Mm-mm. No.
Okay.
Someone needs to look into Panera.
Just in general? Why are you Brian Windhorsing Panera right now?
Because the last time I ate there,
Save it for touching base.
the last time I ate there, and it's because I was desperate and there's nothing else was open.
Maybe we should pay attention.
I got some kind of grilled chicken sandwich, and there was like 2 tiny pieces of grilled chicken underneath the bread, and I think I just threw the sandwich in the trash. It was an absolute joke.
What's the place we hate on? Is it Panera or is it La Madeleine?
I personally hate on Panera more than anybody else because it's my least favorite place.
La Madeleine is just a Panera that went out of business that just got turned into a La Madeleine.
La Madeleine's food was much higher quality than Panera.
But it's still
I'm not saying it was good.
pretty mid.
I miss
Yes.
going to Jason's Deli.
J-Del. Me too, man. I set the record there. Hard-boiled eggs.
They got a great salad bar.
32 in one lunch.
Yeah.
No one's ever done that.
Eat 32.
And then I had my sandwich. That was just the salad.
It was weird that you had a glass of eggnog with it too.
I know. It was gain season.
Randy, did you bring any mead? We had a big mead talk last week.
Yeah. I kind of get the same feeling about Randy's meat as I do about his jalapenos. It's that if I want any, I just need to go make my own.
I'll bring some meat in.
Wow.
Once I have 4 batches, I'll bring some in. For
I
people's
think
sake.
I think we should do a happy hour live where we all just drink mead the entire time.
Can you make that
I'm
happen?
down.
Sure.
I feel like Randy's mead's going to make us sick, though.
Should we make
Yeah.
a thing with like a picture of Randy from the Renaissance festivals he goes to where it says I got a need for mead,
That's
and it's
good.
just Randy standing there doing that had to do it to him.
That's a Top Gun play.
Do it like the old like Friday beers are really big with the like old metal type stuff. T-shirt designs. Have you seen those?
Dude, I totally know what you're referencing.
Yeah,
right
for
now.
sure.
Yeah,
They're
dude,
very
I
big on
totally
the
am
meme
up on the
circuit
Friday
right
Beers
now.
merch.
Any other competitors you want to promote right now, or just?
It's a lot of meme people do.
Okay.
They're not a competitor.
I'm just kidding.
We pretty much just, Randy and I will send
I feel
Grape
like we're
Juice
boys.
Boys memes back and forth.
Trash can Paul.
There's so many memes.
Mm-hmm.
Did you guys drink any beers on Friday?
I called Randy out for not inhaling that cigarette he smoked on his Instagram story, by the way.
What was
Wow.
my response?
His response was, I'm in my Bill Clinton era. You know, the whole I didn't.
I get it.
Oh, I
So
thought
you
meant
went
the other
Mexican
thing.
martinis the other night.
Why are you roast handing me?
What date would that boy get?
Pacifico.
I had a feeling. The discrepancy in alcohol content of those two drinks is jarring. Like, was Dylan falling over after 2 of them, and then you had 2 Pacificos and drove home?
No, he just had one because he was driving.
Oh.
So he was fine.
Before dinner, was Dylan like, I'm gonna get absolutely shit?
No, he actually didn't. He didn't do that for once. He was right. Dylan was
behaved.
He was
a good boy.
behaved.
I kind of blame you for the times that I get too drunk at dinners because you get me all horned up to get as hammered as possible with your words, and then you get to the dinner and you have like 1 beer, and I'm sitting there like pounding drinks trying to keep up with you.
Next time we go to dinner, I'm getting annihilated. It's going to be a scene.
I'm doing an AFW,
Root beer?
alcohol-free week.
Oh, you are?
I pretty much drank every day on vacation. I'm
Mhm.
good.
What about happy hour tomorrow?
Okay. I mean, if it's a work thing,
You got kind of
you know, I mean, if it's a work thing, like I get it.
It's a work
I
thing.
mean, you don't want to be social and not drink.
Yeah, that's true. Okay. Maybe just an alcohol-free day today.
Yeah, we can make that happen.
We can do an AFD.
Hey, do better, Taco Bell.
You
do
go to
better.
Taco Bell right now. What's the order? Right now.
I've been in so friggin' long.
You're gonna hate my order.
I'm getting 1 Supreme taco,
I'm
beef. I'm
Supreme
getting
taco.
a quesadilla, no fiesta sauce, and I'm going to ask if they can do a Mexi melt, even though it's not on the menu. I'm going to hope that they know what it is and they just make it for me.
Their quesadilla is really good.
It is good.
I'm hitting you with that fire sauce. Though.
I like dipping it into sour cream and then tossing that fire sauce up there.
Damn, you're a bad boy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Can you still get the party taco box?
I don't know.
You just pull up to the party and like you're the guy. You got the clutch move of 1 a.m. of bringing the party tacos or whatever. It's a good move.
Mhm.
You can make it happen.
I'm off my double decker shit though. It's just too much carb for one taco.
I don't need double deck.
I used
I
to
just
love
don't.
that shit, man. Double deck, hit it with a little fire sauce. Woo!
Yeah.
I used to do that 89-cent bean burrito too.
Why is a bean burrito so good? With just
I
like
don't know.
a good little amount of cheese in there, and you
I don't know.
dump some fire sauce in there and wrap it back up.
It was so cheap.
So good.
Can we talk about Frank the Tank? Hank the Tank, I mean.
Yes.
I've never wanted my home to get invaded by a wild animal more than I want my home to get invaded by Hank the Tank, the home-invading bear from Lake Tahoe.
Is he chill about it? Like he doesn't try to fuck the people up, right? He just like raids their pantries and shit. Do we know?
He takes their picnic baskets.
I'm not going to take that bait.
What?
Don't say picnic. It's not a 3-syllable word.
Hey, boo boo.
I know what you're doing. I know
This is a cool bear. Admit it. It's a cool bear.
the bear's sick. I want to make sure he's not fucking people up when he breaks in.
He's just been going into places and taking their shit.
Is
He went into 21 different homes and caused extensive property damage in South Lake Tahoe since 2022.
Are they gonna
How did
shoot it?
No, dude. I think they would have already done that. Like I think they just hit it with a dart in its neck and then they called it a day.
How can they be so sure it's the same bear every time?
I mean, it's pretty. It's a larger bear. I feel like this bear looks like it's eating good.
Isn't it fat bear season, whatever they call it?
I don't know. It cleared its vet exam after they took it in.
Oh, that's good. It's healthy.
Yeah.
He's been eating good.
She's gonna get
She.
Why you gotta call it Hank?
Good question.
I've never heard of a woman named Hank before. It sounds like a Johnny Cash song.
A boy named Sue.
Girl
You
named
familiar?
Hank. Get it?
We listened to it on vinyl at Will's the other day.
Ooh, did you guys get in your Grateful Dead vinyl set from RFK Stadium over the weekend? What do you guys think of it? I thought it was a good pressing. Thought it was super clean.
So
Bob was in his bag, dude.
I blame you for this, Will. I've been getting served a lot of reels about like Grateful Dead
Dude,
stuff, and it's
all
like
my
vintage.
friends, dude, so many people reach out to me and send it to me because they're like, I think this is because of you.
Well,
Makes
like,
me happy.
I saw one last night. It was like Bob, coked out Bob Weir on show gets mad at reporter, and like because the reporter asked him about like being a '60s band, and he freaked out. He's like, "We're not a '60s band. We were only together for a couple years in the '60s. If anything, we've been together longer in the '70s."
I saw this on YouTube Shorts.
You've seen this, okay? It was, and at first I was like, "Oh, he's not coked out," and I was like, "Oh, he's coked out."
I think they famously did drugs.
Yeah, it's fine. It's a thing.
Our girl Hank has been transported to Colorado and placed in the Wild Animal Sanctuary, sprawling refuge with facilities spanning more than 33,000 acres. I don't know what that means. I can't do acreage in my head.
It's big, real big.
What do you? Okay, so hypothetically, what do? You walk into your place, you look in the kitchen, you hear some rustling in the kitchen. You're like, what's going on in there? You go in and you see this bear. Bears famously like eating raw fish, but you see it just putting the fish in the microwave and making it. Are you just like, what are you doing?
Dude, he's probably going for, or she is probably going for like Pop-Tarts and shit in the pantry.
Why wouldn't I not go for the fresh salmon that you have?
Because most people don't just keep fresh salmon in the fridge for long periods of time. That's a day of play. Everybody knows that. Dave, tell them.
Yeah.
Are there any days that you guys won't buy fish from the grocery store?
No, but I feel weird about going to Matt's on a Monday because they're closed Tuesday. I feel like it's all like stuff that's been sitting for a while.
Yo,
Yeah.
that might be facts.
That might be, yeah. I think now that I think about it,
Damn.
I have ordered the fish tacos twice in the last 2 weeks. Will
Blackened?
blackened,
How'd it go for you?
Willie style, quite good.
That's not Willie style.
Is it not?
No.
Okay.
It was recommended to me by someone else, but I don't really know that person very well at all. So I will absolutely steal that from them.
You
That's
know,
fine.
she's a black bear, and if it's black, you're supposed to fight back. What if you just square up on this thing?
What if you walk in and that bear is clearly in goblin mode?
What if you look at the bear and they hand over like a sandwich to you and they're like, what if we broke bread together?
What if we kissed
don't
right here in
know.
your vacation home?
I don't know if bears are that generous with their food, especially if they just made a sandwich. They're not going to hand it over. You think, what if she's in there just making a sandwich? You got the mayo out.
What if the sandwich she makes and hands to you is perfectly wrapped in saran wrap? Very aesthetically
Like,
pleasing.
man, why did this bear wrap this sandwich?
What if you walk in with a gun to shoot it? Because like the bear's in your house and you have like a Spider-Man moment of the right to bear arms.
Mm-hmm. Okay. That's good, man.
Second Amendment.
Did y'all see that grizzly take down the moose in the water? That video that was getting passed around?
Nah, I stand mooses, so I can't support that.
I believe it plural is just moose.
Moosey. Moosey.
Anyway,
Fritz got a moose toy over his vacation. He's into it.
it was this moose.
It's a moosey.
It was this moose that was running through like 3 feet of water,
It's a Mizusi. 3 feet of water.
3 or 4 feet of water, and this grizzly bear was trying to run it down. And spoiler alert, it does. And
Damn.
it does not end well for the moose. It's a cool video,
Dude,
though.
I've said it before and I'll say it again. I just don't watch videos of moose getting got.
It was one of those like Elon serving this video.
Oh
I didn't
my
ask
God.
for things.
That's crazy. That bear went bussy on that mussy.
I don't know what we're doing anymore.
Moose
Bears
are
are
dope.
sick, man.
Moose are
Bears are
dope.
Moose are dope, man.
But you know, bears got to eat.
Hey, it's a circle of life, David.
How many Crunchwrap Supremes could this thing take down?
Dude,
80?
That's
100? I
a
don't know.
healthy bear.
Yeah.
I assume healthy. It might have some problems down the line.
Some cholesterol issues, maybe.
Yeah. Might want to look into Ozempic.
Mm-hmm.
Helping a lot of people.
Trying to hibernate, but just getting jabbed with Ozempic. It's like, dude, I'm not full yet. What's my problem? Life expectancy, black bear.
My guess is 26.
In captivity
Mhm.
or in the
the
wild? I'm gonna say 14 years.
Black bears can live up to 30 years in the wild,
Dum-dum.
but most die before they are in their early 20s.
Only the good die young.
I was pretty much perfect with
The
my
American
guess.
black bear is not currently a species of conservation concern, and even the formerly listed black bear of Florida and Louisiana is now increasing. I didn't know they had different variations.
New
between
Jersey's
states.
just stacked with black
Are
bears.
people
Really?
not locking their doors? How's this bear getting in?
I don't think locks affect bears like they do humans
Yeah, why
based on
not?
strength alone.
I think you're wrong on that.
You don't think a bear could
No, they
bust a
could.
door down?
They could, but it's not like, oh shit, this door's locked. I'm gonna pound this
Dude,
door.
it's also
in.
Lake Tahoe. Like these dudes are like fucking chilling
think
and like
that's
not
probably
locking their doors.
Much more accurate to say than they're just busting through doors. Like bears don't do that.
I would agree with Dylan that I think people aren't locking the doors, but there is a video of the like a just security cam of a bear just busting in a door for no reason and
Really?
going in and stuff. I'll have to try to find it.
Okay.
You know what the bear says right before it busts into the house?
What?
You should have seen that coming.
We're not doing that.
He clearly set himself up for that joke.
He did.
You have a problem with it?
It was
Because I
fine.
don't.
I think the people are just not getting it. Actually.
No, they got it before.
No,
they got
they
it
didn't
before,
think it was
dude.
very
Like, I
funny.
don't know. Like, what are you trying to do right now, dog?
Yeah, I don't
Like,
think.
what are you trying to do?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
They caught this bear at a tough time.
Why?
Because she looks like she's down pretty bad in this photo.
Dude, she looks.
I mean, looking
kinda
healthy,
bad.
but just kind of like, why are you photoing me,
Oh,
man?
Randy's got the video up.
Give us this video,
Dude,
Randy.
I want this.
Okay,
bear
let's
better
make Dylan
bust
look an
through.
absolute
Ooh.
idiot right now.
Vaulted ceilings.
Damn.
Let's see.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dude, he just kicked that bitch in.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Vindication.
How big is this thing?
He's about to walk in. Oh,
Vindication.
oh my!
Combination.
Okay, that is
All
a
right,
huge
that's,
bear.
That's a problem.
That's a grizzly.
Yeah.
Holy shit!
Turns out bears can knock doors down.
Holy shit! Is that a
I
telescope?
didn't
on
argue
the right
they
side of the
couldn't. I
house?
just didn't
Dude,
think
this
that
is
was
a
a
swag ass pad.
This is serious.
I see a globe low key on that left side.
Will, do I see some vinyl on the left side of the?
That bear's
maybe thin books. Dude, I can't believe we're all just gonna vibe out at my place this weekend listening to vinyls.
You walk in the kitchen and you make yourself a cup of Bing Bong, and you see a grizzly bear just staring at you. What do you? I'm going back to.
If it's brown, lie down, right?
You
Yeah,
just go get on the couch.
but if you can flee, you flee.
All
I
right, dude.
think. And don't make a.
Don't give. Why would you give him fleas?
I thought Dave was gonna do a
Red Hot Chili
what's the-
Peppers.
Thank you. Red Hot Chili Peppers joke there.
The guy who struggles with the music section of Do You Know It, a game show podcast.
Thanks, Will. That's true. I still have to produce an episode too.
If we did a segment of Do You Know It, a game show podcast where we only played songs from Dylan's faves, do you think you would come out on top on that?
Absolutely not.
No, you would. 'Cause
I
you
wouldn't.
You got a lot of obscure like James Blunt shit that we
You're
don't.
beautiful.
I don't have James Bond in there. But
Yeah.
no, y'all would still probably just wipe the floor with me, unfortunately.
It's true.
But it's okay, man. I'm good at other stuff.
So what's the story? They're not going to kill this bear?
No, dude.
Okay, good.
They're just going to keep tabs on it. Before we get to our next segment, which I'm very excited to talk about, let's hear from our friends over at Shopify. When we first started selling or wanting to sell things on the Wash Media store, I don't know, maybe like an out of office hat that's right behind Dylan on camera right now.
Mm-hmm.
We were like, how should we do this? The natural choice was obviously Shopify. We didn't really know where to get started, but we're so glad we found Shopify. Shopify is the commerce platform revolutionizing millions of businesses worldwide. So whether you're a garage entrepreneur or an IPO-ready company, whatever you want to be, Shopify is the only tool you need to start, run, and grow your business without the struggle. Shopify puts control of every sales channel in your hands. So whether you're just selling satin sheets from Shopify's in-person POS or offering organic olive oil on Shopify's all-in-one e-commerce platform, you're covered. I mean, we could pretty much sell anything from here. We could sell Schweppes from here.
We could. Your boy is pretty good at navigating through Shopify, and no one would describe me as technologically advanced.
The way that you hunt and peck through Shopify is something I've never seen before. It's really impressive stuff.
Do I get through it?
You do.
Thank you.
Yeah. And once you've reached your audience, Shopify has the internet's best converting checkout to help you turn them from browsers into buyers, baby.
Wow.
That's a big deal.
That's the end goal here.
Sometimes a good checkout's all you need in order to get in and get out. When I have to go through and actually type in all my stuff, I'm like, do I really want this? It gives me just enough time to start considering if I really want it. Shopify checkout, easy. They power 10% of all e-commerce in the U.S., and Shopify is truly a global force, powering Allbirds, Rothy's, Brooklinen, millions of other entrepreneurs of every size across 170 countries. That's a lot of countries, my friends.
Is that how you buy your Allbirds?
It is how yes, through Shopify.
No, we're Rothy's kings, dude. Please.
Yeah.
I actually holler at Brooklinen every once in a while, too.
Well, yeah.
Makes sense.
I trust these companies, though, overall. This is Possibility, powered by Shopify. Sign up for the $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/circling, all lowercase. Go to shopify.com/circling to take your business to the next level today. Shopify.com/circling. Cha-ching, baby. If you go on Twitter right now, there's pretty much one thing and one thing only that you'll see.
Yeah.
And it's a ferry fight that happened in Alabama. No. I know you're thinking, wait, like two little, like, what is it, Peter Pan style ferries just started going after it? No.
I don't think that's what this is.
That would be mega cute.
I don't think
though.
anyone thought that's what this
What, you
was.
didn't think Tinkerbell was squaring up against, like, I don't know, Slinkerbell?
So another type of ferry
Hold on. I need to hear more about Slinkerbell.
Oh, she bad.
Okay.
And she's trying to go after Tinkerbell's man.
So ferries can be used to transport people and or vehicles across bodies of water.
I rode a
boats.
ferry the other day.
Facts?
Yep, from Mackinac City to Mackinac Island.
Did you hop in your whip when you got to Mackinac Island?
No, they don't have cars there.
Were you in a suit
trick
on the
question.
ferry?
No, I
Okay.
brought it in a garment bag, David.
I just think it would be dope to be on a ferry in a suit.
Because people are going to ask about this. I'm a Shepler's Mackinac Island ferry stan. I will never ride any other ferry line.
Do they transport horses on these ferries sometimes?
No, Dylan.
How do they get the horses over there?
I think they just berth them over there. Call it a day. I'm sure they got other boats that they take over
Surely
there too.
horses were brought to the island
Submarines, dummy.
at one point.
Yeah, they use
Submersibles.
subs.
Maybe they just parachute them in.
They
Dylan,
they wait till the lake freezes over, and then let them clip clop across the ice.
That's dangerous.
I
You
don't
can do
like
that.
I
Now,
bet
I mean,
you
I
can.
think climate change is changing the way they operate. They used to take everyone's Christmas trees and line a path back to the mainland from the island with everyone's Christmas
How
trees.
far is it?
I don't know. About a 20-minute ferry ride.
That's sick, dude.
Yeah, and so I saw this guy just trying to do his job while I was boarding the ferry. And I decided to beat the shit out of him.
You
No,
just
I didn't
attacked
actually
him.
do that. I didn't actually do that.
So this fight, if you've been on Twitter, you've seen it. It's everywhere.
The
It's
footage
wild.
of this brawl from multiple angles is some of the best brawl footage you will ever see.
There are numerous, like several minute long versions of this, depending on where you look. They're everywhere, and they're all incredible.
The events that led to the initial brawl have been posted, and from what it appears, the owners of the boat were parking it illegally,
They parked where the ferry was supposed to be docked.
and the dock worker was like, "Hey, you can't do that. You gotta move it." And they're like, "No." And then this went on for like 4 minutes, and then eventually, like one of the kids or one of the younger guys in the boat, like did some kind of jump, like running jump push, which just isn't a good move. And then you knew it was about to go down when the dock worker not only turned his hat backward, full on sicko mode. We've seen it. Threw it off.
So when a video like this hits the TL and it gets a lot of attention, there are some spin-off videos that happen that are really funny. There are people who provide commentary, and one of them in particular, when the security guard, he turns his hat backwards, like Dave just said, and when he knows he's about to get in a fight, he takes it off and just Bobby Shmurda style, just throws it up in the air. This dude said that was his smoke signal. He was like, all right, if you can see this hat, that means I'm in trouble. And sure enough, as he was getting jumped by all these dudes, a bunch of people just swarmed the scene to defend him. And
Did he throw the hat up to distract them so they look up at the
Yeah,
hat and then
it's
you
kinda
run
like-
and punch?
It's kind of like when you kind of start twirling your hand like you're
I
going to
think-
throw it. And you,
I think he's just naturally cool as fuck, and that was just instinct to just throw his hat up.
so
in the air.
tight.
People from the people from the ferry that are trying to dock there are filming as well, right? And one of the security guards from the ferry jumps off and swims over to help this fellow security guard out.
They're calling him. So per Twitter, it's there's a couple names trending. Scuba Gooding Jr.
Mm-hmm.
and this was not Shaquille O'Gills.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is the same guy that got up there on the dock and rock bottomed a dude. You familiar with the rock bottom?
No.
Oh, it's the signature move from The Rock, one of them, and he kind of lifts him up. It's almost like a judo throw, but he gets his arm under his shoulder, and then it's pretty well executed. I've never seen it done in a street fight.
An unfortunate thing about this fight, which was pretty entertaining, is some women caught some shots. One in particular.
Some shots is a nice way to put it.
You know,
women got pushed over. Women got punched.
I saw one woman fall into the water.
Yep.
Have to pull herself out. I saw one woman get smoked by a chair.
That's the one I was about to talk about. Some dude finds a chair at one point. Don't know where he got it from.
Yeah.
Hits a dude over the head with it. And then there's a woman who's just already laid out on the ground.
She's already down.
She's on the ground, and he just takes a chair right over the top of her head.
Yeah, and he was arrested immediately.
Which is probably a good thing. He was a menace.
Is that assault with a deadly weapon?
Yeah.
Probably so.
Probably
he went
so,
for the
well.
head, too.
I'm just worried about some of the repercussions of this fight.
You got to do it over the back.
Some of these dudes they got blood on their Guy Harveys.
Yeah.
That one guy blew his Crocs out.
Yeah, he's got to get some new Crocs.
Did you see the Crocs?
Yeah. Dude, I saw one dude.
Really pull up the Crocs.
Dude, one dude got some blood on his Shep shorts from Vineyard Vines.
Oh my God, Shep and Ian do not approve.
No.
What sucks about, I mean, a lot of things suck about this, but it's like it's black dudes versus white dudes, so there's like a lot of racial discussion going on, and that part sucks.
Certainly a racial element.
Certainly a racial element.
Yeah,
Just-
the guys with the boat illegally parked. It's like looks like a bunch of
It's all
white dudes.
like good old boy types.
They absolutely deserve to get their ass kicked. Like in this scenario, like parking your boat somewhere is not just something you can just go like do in a lot of situations, especially when there's larger crafts trying to go park there.
Yeah.
And the guy's just trying to do his job. Like,
Yeah.
like you're just inconvenient. Like a ferry, you're inconveniencing so many people.
This picture that Randy just pulled up, some dude busted through. Okay, busting through one croc is really impressive, I think. But to do both of them, what happened?
Steve Irwin would never.
Dude, I'm trying to bust. I'm trying to croc.
Okay. But
Fucking Ray Kroc over
what a
here.
picture. The dude's is he in handcuffs?
Dave,
What?
I was having a conversation the other day.
Okay.
I was at the pool, enjoying myself, chilling on vacation. And someone said, have you guys watched The Founder? And they were talking about the Amanda Seyfried show on Hulu. My buddy defaulted immediately and he goes, oh, the one about the McDonald's founder, Ray Kroc?
Let's go.
And I was like,
yeah.
dude, that's my guy right
You
here.
needed Dave there.
I like that I just roll with dudes who love Ray Kroc.
I got a little something I could send him, a little supplemental material for that movie.
Yeah. Actually, no, I'm going to send it to him.
He's got 4 minutes.
I'm
I'd
gonna
like
send
be
it to him.
The 2,600 person to read that column. I don't own Crocs. NF confession potentially.
Does your son?
Not yet.
Dude,
His
you
son.
got to do that.
Parks was up here last week.
Parks
with
just got some.
Wild Boy Crocs on.
Very colorful.
They won't let him wear Crocs to daycare. Roads.
Yeah, they
Closed
told
toe
us that
shoes,
too, but we tossed Fritz and some one time and they didn't say
I'm just
anything.
gonna do it. They're trying to tone down his swag or something. I don't care for that. I was under the impression that the front part of Crocs were very, very like thick and like reinforced.
No.
Apparently not, because these Crocs are halfway up this guy's calves.
I need to know if noted
His foot went through the
PGP
front.
remote rider Delph has ever busted through a pair of Crocs.
But you know what I mean? To do them simultaneously like this, both of them, like I need a video of that.
I think he was running. I think if you ran hard enough and they were wet enough, you would just naturally
you
bust through.
You can just run right out of your Crocs.
Do you remember?
I don't know. Let's do a
challenge?
challenge. Let's do the busted Crocs challenge.
Bust in the Crocs challenge. Do you remember when Zion busted through that shoe at Duke?
I
Got
do.
hurt.
Yeah.
His shoe just exploded.
Wasn't that like 2 seconds into the North Carolina game, or am I thinking of something else?
No, it was. I felt like it was very early in a big game, probably North Carolina.
That was weird.
No love lost between those two teams.
I tend to throw out the record books when they play each other.
Why
What are
do
you
that?
thinking about? I don't know. We're talking sports. Since this happened in Alabama, what are you thinking? The old boys down Tuscaloosa way are going to do this year? Bro? You feeling pretty good? Or?
Here's the thing. Well, there's a lot of doubters this season,
Ton.
as there are every season.
What are they going to do at quarterback?
They got a big week 2 game, Will.
Every game's a big game. They're not even thinking about week 2 at this point. It's all eyes on week 1.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, you're probably right about that.
One week at a time, Dylan.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep. I don't know, man. If you, it's tough seeing a coach like Nick Saban on the hot seat this much. You know, he's just always about to lose his job. You just never know.
I got word that he was looking at homes up near Great Hills Country Club recently. So Sark better watch his ass. Hey, pull that picture back up. There's one other thing.
Isn't it
Randy.
Sark
I'm
week?
sorry.
It is Sark week.
Hey, tough timing on this photo for the officer who's apprehending this man, in that his hand is just rested like perfectly atop the man's buttocks.
Mhm.
Yeah, it really is.
Which I understand. Like, I'm not saying he's trying to like cop a feel or something, but it is just like, all right, you couldn't have waited a little bit.
Maybe he
'Cause
just saw
it's-
the dude was cheeked up. He was busting out of his shorts, and he was like, "I gotta see what this booty meat's all about.
I don't think
This
that.
dude's putting off Hank Hill
Yeah.
ass vibes.
I want to touch that Iberico ham leg."
I don't know, Dave. That thing looks pretty meaty.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna need to see more pics. Can you
That's
pull
some
up more
booty meat.
pictures of this guy's ass or anything?
Yeah, find his grom.
Yeah, let's see this mug. Does this guy have a mug shot out yet that we can check out? What that face do?
What a fight that was.
Dude, you
Sheesh.
never want to get into a fight while you're wearing a bathing suit. I feel like that you're almost guaranteed that someone in your crew is going to get smoked by a haymaker they don't see. Like, I'm thinking of like college, like T-State, EX2 pool parties when like Teak and SAE are running the pool. And the next thing you know, it's just a brawl and someone just gets laid out. Didn't even see it coming. Like, it's probably me getting laid out because I'm
Yeah.
not even involved in the fight. But I feel like when there's swimsuits, shit gets turned up a notch. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You ever been in that position?
I've never been in a swimsuit fight, no.
Okay.
I hope to never get in a swimsuit fight.
Dude,
Good
every single time I've gotten a fight and I'm wearing a swimsuit, it just ends with all the homies kissing each other. Every single
You
time.
catch me just dunking people in the pool if I get in a fight. That's my move.
I
You
pull,
d-
I
you-
pull up with Will on my shoulders.
Yeah. That's a good way to throw down.
Anyone dunks me in a pool, it's on site.
Yeah. It's so disrespectful.
If I ever see someone do that to Fritz, I'm gonna give them a strong word.
You're going to get in a bathing suit fight with
I'm
them.
gonna say no.
No.
No dunking. Dunking isn't cool.
Man, I saw this kid was really mean to Parks at a pizza party one time, or like a little birthday party. And it was just I was next to these two little kids and parents weren't around, and I just wanted to just leave my son.
Hey,
alone.
motherfucker.
Get the
Hey,
I played it cool, but did not like to see.
I haven't had to confront that yet.
He kicked Parks out of his chair and said, "That's my seat." And it was just so rude the way he said it.
What did Parks do?
Got a little teary eyed.
What's this kid's first,
I don't
middle,
like that
and
at
last
all.
name? What elementary school is he going to now? Let's dox him.
But as soon as he turns 18, I'm gonna.
Let's run up.
I'm gonna
Who's his
whip
daddy
ass.
and what does he
Oh,
do?
that's a good idea. I'm gonna start keeping a list right
Yeah.
now.
How old are you? What's your birthday? I'm gonna write it down.
I'm writing
Okay.
that down, motherfucker.
I had,
All right, I'll see you in 14 years, buddy.
Yep.
When I was 14, a buddy's older brother told me he wished I was 18 so he could whip my ass.
That's good.
And he said, when you're 18, I'm going to find you. He never found me.
Dude, dude, I kind of love the idea of that. Like Fritz is over with his like 14-year-old boys. One of them was being a shithead to me, like eating my food in the kitchen,
Yeah.
just talking that booty chatter.
I'll see you, man.
I would love to say that. Like, I'll see you in 4 years, motherfucker.
Yeah.
You pull up to the birthday.
Hey, man, happy birthday.
What's up, man?
You thought I'd forget, bitch?
It's a big
Yeah.
day.
Hey, who are you?
Mhm, mhm.
Big day.
Yep. Didn't bring just one present. I brought two, motherfucker.
Oh, man. This next bullet point we have is fun. If we're done talking about the ferry fight.
I'm good on it. I've already watched about 30 minutes of video on it this morning.
You can legitimately spend your entire morning watching different angles. There's like 8 different people who got great footage of it.
Dude,
It's like
great
Zapruder
footage.
film shit. Like everyone's just breaking it down.
Yeah.
Like they could import all of this footage into like a computer and they could have like a fully 3D version of it that they could just like make into a video game.
Yeah, but you'd only want to see it at the 70 millimeter IMAX down in
Dude,
San Antonio.
This would be in the TFM video game. Like, oh, dude, have you gotten the ferry fight level yet? It's really fucking hard.
You just get stomped out in your Crocs.
Oh.
Oh my God.
Oh, fuck those kids. Don't
never
park your
wanna
boat where you shouldn't. If someone
don't
tells you to
ever-
move your boat, move your boat.
Yeah, and don't jump somebody.
Yeah. That's probably the bigger takeaway.
Just and don't fight in Crocs. Kick the Crocs off. The Crocs are only going to inhibit you.
Yeah.
You're going to end up busting through.
Yeah, that heel strap isn't going to do enough work for you.
Oh my God.
Is it chewy to put the heel strap on? Or is that what people do?
I don't know. Fritz keeps it on, dude.
You're talking to the wrong guys.
That's sport mode.
Okay, when they first came out, it was you couldn't do that. You get laughed off the face of the planet.
What if you want to go sicko?
Probably slides mode.
Nice.
Fritz hurt his leg on a slide in Michigan. He was wearing his Vans, and the bottom of the Vans were so tacky that it caught on the slide.
You would gone for the cop slide.
Dude, the cop slide was all time.
Oh my God.
All time. Fritz essentially did that, but the opposite. He got stuck on the slide.
Well, you were gone at like the best / worst time. Worst because you weren't here to talk about it with us, but best because we kept getting great content like in our laps.
Yeah.
Slide Cop was a big player.
I feel like there's some days when I walk into the studio and I'm like, I'm okay with this rundown, but I wish there was some more juice on it. And I feel like every time I leave town, the first episode that I miss is always got some really good stuff, and it just kills me.
Dylan's digital girlfriend. What's her name?
Dude, you've seen her. She's bad.
What's her at?
Mila Sophia.
That's such a hot name.
On Twitter, she's AI model Sophia, I think her name
How much
is.
money have you sent her?
I've sent her like just 4 payments so far.
Okay.
But they're small.
I'll show you something small.
Okay.
Hey, Dave, we have a segment queued up right now, and before we reveal what that segment is, may I ask you what inspired said segment?
Well, Friday night in the aforementioned Matt's El Rancho trip, as Dylan said, the entire table ordered nachos. That was not my intention. I certainly don't go nacho at Matt's El Rancho. I love their enchiladas. As you mentioned, the blackened fish tacos are phenomenal. But Dylan ordered first. Dylan ordered the nachos. And I don't know if I ordered next or if Kayla ordered next, but she did it. And it triggered off a chain. And I was just like, you know what? Fuck it. Let's go 3 for 3. Got me thinking what menu items, food items, beverages, alcoholic beverages trigger off these chain reactions at the table. And the one that jumps to mind the most for me that you can't turn down once somebody orders it is the espresso martini.
For me, it begins with martinis every single time.
That is a good.
It could be a dirty Tito's martini if you wanted it to be.
I think martini might be the number one drink that I don't ever intend on ordering, but I see one of y'all two order, and I'm just like, that does sound kind of good.
It's a social play. That's why. It's not something I would ever just want to drink in like a one-on-one setting. It's like if the squad's doing it, I'm doing it too.
I am so guilty of doing this. I do it all the time just because I don't like being the odd man out. That I will, if everyone starts doing it, I will go back to the waiter and be like, all right, we got to change. Just do it all up.
Remember that time at our Christmas dinner party
I was just going to bring this up.
when everyone at the table, and by everyone I mean like 13 people, decided to order espresso martinis, and I stepped away to the restroom for 2 minutes, came back, and no one thought of me.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of sugar in espresso martinis.
No one thought of me.
You're welcome.
No one thought to include the guy who, big part of the company,
that 4
planned the
minutes,
You probably put your card down for
planned
it.
the dinner.
honestly, like that was like the highlight of my dinner, just like us all ordering because everybody was on like the same wavelength, and it just felt like for that
was cool.
minute,
It
it
was
felt like
cool,
that
man.
minute. You know what I mean? Like we were all connected,
It was a cool moment.
left
Like,
there like closer to everyone.
those moments are so fleeting that it's kind of like when you have it, you want to hold on to it and make it last forever.
Yeah.
And like,
That was
I have
so
never
fun.
seen everyone
It's
just vibing, like just on the same page like it was that night
It's-
when we were all ordering those martinis.
It's giving core memories.
Glad y'all enjoyed dinner. I'll make sure and plan another great one for us this time.
That'd be awesome. I would love great dinners.
Yeah, cool. Very cool.
Do they have pescatarian friendly dumplings at that place?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Ooh, that does sound delightful.
Perfect. Like, I feel like this can't happen with entrees except at, you can't do it at a fine dining restaurant with entrees because I
You
feel like
guys-
everyone wants to mix it up.
I feel like y'all were almost on the piccata train the last time we went to Sammy's. I know afterward you wished you were.
I beefed my order big time.
What'd you get? You got steak? Because he beefed it.
It wasn't that funny.
He's got
They
the
love
beef.
it though, man.
They did like that.
That's why
one.
they tune in.
Of all the jokes we made, that's the one they laugh at. It's weird.
It's crazy, man.
They like puns. It's a punny crowd. Actually, big puns in the crowd tonight. Major shouts.
He's been dead for many
Big
years.
Punisher.
They brought his ashes.
Oh, okay. It's weird that someone's just bringing those around to random comedy shows.
I wouldn't be if you found out that people were bringing their ashes to comedy shows. Wouldn't you be like, damn, they really wanted me there?
Depends. Only if it's like a Cat Williams show. Bring my ashes, throw them out on stage.
Dude, ashes, they all fall down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's
You get it.
That's another thing.
You get it. It's martinis for me.
Yeah, particularly espresso. That's a good call.
I feel like this happens too with beers or like seltzers of some sort. One guy orders a High Life. Suddenly it's like, ooh, that sounds kind of, let's do another High Life. All right, let's get a bucket of High Lives.
Anything that's outside the norm of ordering, you know, like you have your core items on a menu, stuff staples, stuff everyone knows about. As soon as you deviate from that, you get people's attention. It's like, what does this guy know that I don't? Oh, he's doing poncho style half order nachos. He must know what he's been here before.
Mm-hmm.
And sure enough, it's the best meal of Dave's life.
We used to have
Which is known as nachos at every other place, by the way.
It's true. We used to have a place we'd go to every Sunday night during the summertime. They'd have a band up there, you'd dance, have a good time. And the first night of the summer, we all decided to do salty dogs.
Remind me what a salty dog. I mean, I know, but like some people might not.
Vodka, grapefruit juice with a salted rim. And for the rest of the summer, all we drank was salty dogs up there. Like it was salty dog after salty dog. And it was like, I don't even like these that much, but like now I've drank 1,000 of them this summer.
I don't like them when they burn a hole through my esophagus.
Facts.
But they are very good. So it's very hard to turn that down. It's like, yeah, this is going to ruin the next 2 hours of my life.
Mm-hmm.
But it's an aesthetically pleasing drink. And just the ordering a salty dog, you just kind of feel like you're doing something crazy. You're not. A lot of people drink them.
Shout out to Flogging Molly.
Who's Molly?
Molly.
You
Man,
know Flogging
people
Molly?
really starting to question Molly's motives towards the end of the season. What's up with that?
I can't believe where they finished in the finale.
What's up with that? Oh, I haven't watched the finale yet.
Which I won't reveal.
I haven't watched it yet.
Okay.
I already know a lot of information regarding the finale, as it was very difficult to avoid spoilers.
Watched it last night. Facts.
Keep an eye out. We didn't do the Love Island episode this past Friday, so we wanted full squad attendance. So we will be doing it this week and recapping the entire end of the season.
Yeah. Good shit.
I got attached to this crew.
Yeah, I'm never going to forget Mitch, man.
Before we move on to let's move on to our next segment and make it quick, because I had to bring this up. I don't know what it is about me, but lately in life, I have gotten very annoyed with golf nerd Twitter. These are the dudes out there calling it a track every time. It's not a course. No, it's a track, man. It's a good track.
That is so snooty.
Dude, that's a sick track. Like, we've all done it. I'm not going to, if you do it one time, like, I'm not going to talk shit about you, but like, they love doing it.
It's annoying.
And I don't know anything about this person I'm about to shit on. I apologize that I'm about to do this to him, but I fucking hate this tweet. Maybe we just start a new segment called I Hate This Tweet.
It's the director of social media and content at Golf Digest, noted golf publication.
It says, serious question. Why is it golfers, generally, would prefer to make an ace than an albatross? Is it in the public/non-golf understanding of an ace compared to an albatross, or is it something else? An albatross is pretty ridiculous when you think about it. Longer, no tee, rarer. Statistically speaking, what he's saying is correct. It is statistically harder to get an albatross than it is a hole-in-one. The reason that I think it's more fun to get a hole-in-one is because all your boys are huddled around you while you hit a shot, and you all get to watch it go in together. Like, you're not watching every single shot that someone hits, especially on like a fucking...
Dylan's probably watching from the woods. He ain't gonna see shit.
No argument from me.
Yeah.
Yeah, an albatross is more difficult in almost every situation, I would say, to pull off than a hole-in-one. But a hole-in-one is just much cooler.
Like, it's got better branding and marketing attached to it.
Yeah.
So I know that this guy works for a golf publication, and so he's obviously very well versed in golf. But the phrase, is it the public/non-golf understanding of an ace compared to an albatross, or is it something else? That's just like, does the general public just not realize?
I think he brings up a decent point. I'm not going to shut him as much as you are. He brings up a decent point because It has better branding. It does. Like people hear about it more.
I gotta say, it's kind of crazy because an albatross, objectively a dope animal, dope bird. Albatross is a cool thing.
That's
like
fact.
the naming, it should be better, but a hole in one, you can't beat that branding. Everybody knows what that is.
Albatross
Ooh, it's an ace, baby.
it's one stroke difference. It's one stroke better than an eagle.
Have you ever said, or have you ever seen someone say they golfed a hole in one?
I won't do that.
I saw that
I
one
won't
time.
stand
You know, you can
that.
pull both off at the same time, getting a hole in one on a par 4.
Yeah, obviously that's the ideal scenario. But like if 10 times out of 10, if you ask me, Will, do you want an albatross or a hole in one? I want a hole in one. I want to get the ball and I want to frame it.
Yeah.
And I want to get my golf nerd on a little bit. And that's what I'm going to do. But if I get an albatross, like, am I going to tell people about it? Yes. Am I going to frame that ball? Probably not.
Shout out to our friend from the trash pan, is Lucas, who got one over the weekend.
He did.
Hole in one.
Man, damn it. I almost used my Trashy Peas Yeti today, and I didn't. I went for the circling back one instead because I'm a company man.
Yeah, I've pretty much accepted the fact that I'm never going to get a hole in one, and that's okay with me. That's okay.
Can I say something that's going to be a slight at you?
Yeah, that's fine.
A lot of people I know that have holes in ones are worse golfers than people who don't have any.
Yeah, true.
My brother-in-law, Drew, who we've talked about at length on this podcast, he has an albatross. He does not have a hole in one. And I think it kills him inside that he doesn't have a hole in one.
He's a plus handicap golfer.
He also didn't get to see the ball go in for his albatross. Like it was an elevated green.
That's exciting, though.
No, yeah, he said it was awesome, but I think it kind of bums him out that he wants a hole in one and has an albatross instead.
Drew's the kind of guy who, when that happens, he knows he hit a good shot. He didn't see where it ended up. When he walks up to the green, he immediately walks to the hole. He doesn't go look around.
He doesn't stomp around like us.
No, the first place he looks is the hole.
Yeah.
This poll yielded 62.6% of people saying they'd rather have a hole in one, which I agree with. He also goes on to clarify, and this is also he's just mansplaining it now. And I know him a lot about mansplaining. I do it every other week on Retail Therapy. He says, when viewing the results, just bear in mind that one is -3 on a hole and one is -2 on a hole.
Thanks for
the
explaining.
casuals.
Like, dude, that is just such a
Casuals.
pat on the head to the people that are voting in this poll.
That's for all the Randys.
Like, it's not going the direction that he wants to on this poll. So he's like, wait, I need to clarify. You guys do realize this, right? Like,
Boy,
no, a hole in one's just fucking cooler, Jamie.
He's trying to move the needle.
Man, that's a tough place to be when you put up a poll thinking you're gonna corroborate your take or whatever, and it starts going the other way, and you're like, are you trying to save it? Like, oh, actually, what about this? Here's some more evidence.
He says, if I was asking, would you rather make a par or birdie, the results would be different, obviously. Like, obviously they'd be different, but like my score is gonna suck either way. So it's way more fun to say I had a 1 on a hole than a 2.
What's that handicap at right now?
Me?
Yeah.
My handicap unfortunately went up over the trip. I have gone from a 12.2 where I began the trip to a 12.7. I thought I struck the ball well on this trip. I'm feeling good about my golf game.
Okay. That's a good place to be. You hit some good shots.
Good for you, man.
I honestly had really high hopes at the beginning of summer that I'd have a sub 10 handicap by the end of summer. I just simply don't think I'm going to get there. I did get 100 off of my handicap history though, which feels good.
That's a nice, yeah.
I have
good
no
place to be.
hundreds in my handicap history.
What are you
right
at these
now.
days, Dylan?
Yeah, what's your handicap at?
Coming in at like a 8.5.
Oh, wow.
No, that's not true. If I were to calculate mine in the Gen app, which I will never download or pay for, I don't know, 17.
I think you're lower than that.
I don't know, maybe.
I think you actually deserve more credit. If you played regularly, you'd be pretty good because you have stretches where I'm like, oh shit, Dylan's feeling it.
Well, you're from Austin. You're always 17 in your hometown.
I felt pretty dialed from 120 in lately, honestly.
Your short game has been good.
My long game is absolutely atrocious, and I'm losing hope that I will ever get it back.
Sometimes, because I've been watching so much Love Island lately, I think to myself after conversations, like if the person we were just talking about heard this conversation in a movie night style thing, like how would they feel about it? Someone asked, they're like, how's Dave playing golf? And I was like, oh, dude, he's electric around the greens. He can get up and down from anywhere. And after that, I was like, I just did Dave really well there.
And call me the scrambler.
All right, let's pretend someone says, hey, how's Dylan's golf game? And I'm not around to hear you answer.
It's the first thing I would say if someone asked me how Dylan's golf game was, I'd be like, dude, if you saw him swing, you'd be like, wow, this guy can pound the ball. But then he just refuses to even sign up for a handicap app.
Yeah. Okay. I can't find the fairway off the tee.
No, for you,
can't.
I just say like if he played more, he'd be really good. He just doesn't play.
You know what? I'll take that. That's nice. Thank you.
Oh man, a new nickname just dropped for this guy who swam across the water and rock bottom. That guy, they're calling him Sea Murder, SEA.
That's good.
That's good.
That's pretty good.
Have you guys seen how
What I got?
Finding Nemo ends in Sweden?
No? It's an alternate ending?
Do you guys know what the word for end is
I'm
in
gonna see if I can find
in
it.
Swedish? Let's see if Randy can locate this. I was not expecting to get as much amusement out of it.
Dave, I saw Blackwood Man too,
Okay,
which is a funny
that
one.
was a little less subtle.
Yeah.
If I jump, if I
There's
just
so many
if either of you are
nicknames.
getting in a fight and I have to jump off the boat in order to swim and protect your honor, you're probably going to get beat up by the time I get there.
Okay.
So yeah, here now we're doing a live watch of the Swedish ending of Finding Dory.
Okay,
Like I don't really know what to expect here. It's kind of a vibey ending.
Do we have volume?
We don't need it.
Oh. Okay.
is
Camera's
this a
panning
climate?
It says slut.
Okay,
It says slut. Okay.
That
Very
means
cool.
the end.
Did not know that.
you know we talked about the sluttiest things men can wear on a recent podcast.
Yeah, what was tossed around there? I need to dip into this episode with Barrett.
assless chaps.
Yeah, that's pretty slutty. What did Barrett say the sluttiest thing a guy can wear right now is?
I think that was exactly 5 minutes. I don't think.
Oh,
that
was
with
it?
Barrett. Yeah.
Yeah, good
Oh.
prompt from the listener. Shout
What
out
else
to
did
you.
we say?
I don't know.
Short shorts,
Chains, crochet.
Thigh tats,
button downs.
upside down pineapple tattoo.
It's the lacy shirts these days.
Yeah.
Everyone's doing lacy shirts.
Randy's a little slut. He wears those.
Dude, retail therapy is ruining Randy.
It's bad.
Oh no. Little fashionista on our hands.
Dude, he'd be shopping now.
Oh man,
Mm-hmm.
Leo Trimbacchio.
Mm-hmm. Leo Trimbacchio.
Fun show. 81 minutes. God damn.
Yeah, we got into
we
one of that.
different. We different. Big week tomorrow. We've got circling. No, what is it called? Touching based. Not circling
Yes.
conspiracies.
I'm glad you brought that up because if you are a patron and you're having issues, Patreon had an issue with payment. A lot of people's payments got rejected that otherwise should not have been. I read some stuff online. Some people saying because they changed their headquarters to Dublin, Ireland.
Dublin?
A lot of banks were seeing it as fraud, and they were just canceling it. So I don't know. Just double check. You may not be up and up, but hit up Patreon if you're having any issues.
Patreon.com/circling back podcast. And of course, we'll be back on Thursday with the listener voicemails over there as well. Anything else?
Good episode.
Bye bye.
Bye.